In this video, I want to share some reasons why trekking is worth the pain, why it's worth the difficulty. Yes, trekking is painful. You can see me here in a rain jacket. There was a good amount of rain. Thankfully, the rain jacket kept me dry, but yeah, the rain got a little bit annoying. You can see me trekking up this path with my hands in my pockets. There was a lot of rain here, and it was a little bit cold. So yes, trekking did get painful for me. But things got even more difficult. You can see the grand hermitage of Tattev, which I visited in this valley. But then after we visited this hermitage, we decided to trek all the way up the mountain. And so we were trekking up this mountain for 3.5 hours. This was the toughest, most difficult trek of my experience in Armenia. So yeah, it got pretty miserable. But there are reasons why trekking is worth the difficulty. Number one, trekking enables you to see amazing things. So you can see this old church, this old ruin. This was absolutely beautiful. It was on a mountain. So this took some time to get to, but it was really cool to see. And on the right, you can see a great picture of Armenia in the foreground and then Azerbaijan in the background. So these are just snapshots. There were amazing things to see all over Armenia. Well, trekking makes you stronger and healthier. I've talked about how my trekking guide is a really strong person. He's done a lot of trekking and exercise. As I was trekking day after day, I got stronger. I built up my endurance and stamina. So if you trek, this can happen to you as well. You can get stronger and healthier. Trekking forces you to survive outdoors. So when you are trying to set up camp, you are thinking about shelter, you are thinking about staying warm at night, you are thinking about building a fire, you are thinking about food, you're also thinking about getting clean water. So trekking forces you to think about the bare necessities of life and how to survive outdoors. So it will force you to develop some survival skills. That is really good. Okay, trekking is a learning opportunity. So I brought my Bible. I also brought Robert Louis Stevenson's Kidnap book. I did finish the book. That was great. But through the trek, I picked up some knowledge. I learned about a couple of books from my trekking leader that I really look forward to reading. So if you keep your ears open on a trek, if you ask good questions, if you're willing to learn, you might learn some things that can really help you. You might walk away from the experience with books that can really be useful to you. Trekking helps you build friendships. So when you are trekking day after day, you're probably not going to be on social media. You're probably not going to be up to your usual routine. You're probably going to have a lot of time to talk with the people you are with. So I think trekking is a great opportunity to build friendships with new people who you've never met before. I think it's also a great opportunity to bring friends and to deepen your relationship with friends that you already have. Okay, trekking gives you lifelong memories. I have memories of flooded roadways. I have memories of the Grand Hermitage of Tattev and being inside and looking around that hermitage. There were a lot of memories that I developed from Armenia, but overall the memory of Armenia and the trek itself is something I will never forget. So I think that if you go on a trek, you will develop lifelong memories. Trekking improves your appearance. This is really interesting. This very much surprised me when I returned from my trek. Somebody told me, Daniel, you look better. And so, again, that surprised me. But apparently my appearance improved. My complexion improved for the better. So this could have been because of all the exercise. This could have been because of the fresh air. I think trekking also helps with stress. So all kinds of things could have been at play here. But I think trekking can improve your appearance. Wiener Schnitzel. So when I was traveling to Armenia, I stopped in Vienna, Austria, and I had heard about Wiener Schnitzel. This is a very famous Viennese dish. So this is breaded veal, and you can see I had lemon and cranberry sauce. This was absolutely amazing. So my point here is that when you trek, you might run into some food that you've never had before, and you never know. You might come up with a new favorite dish. Trekking makes you calmer and steadier. Again, this surprised me. Somebody told me after my trek that I appeared to be calmer and steadier. Not sure exactly how this happened, but I think, again, it had something to do with the fact that trekking can help reduce stress, the stress that we all have because of the responsibilities and the difficulties and the challenges of life. So I think trekking can make you calmer and steadier. That is a good thing. Okay, trekking is rewarding for all the reasons that I described. Also here, as you trek up mountains, you're probably going to have some amazing views. So yes, that happened to me. I'm looking at an amazing view here next to a fortress in northern Armenia. Okay, I want to conclude with a couple of interesting and I think helpful quotes from a guy named Epictetus. He talked here about difficulty. So Epictetus was a Stoic philosopher in the Roman Empire during the time of the Apostle Paul or St. Paul. Now, I'm not endorsing Epictetus here. I just think these quotes are helpful. So, number one, he said, "What ought one to say then as each hardship comes? I was practicing for this. I was training for this." So he's acknowledging that difficulty and hardship is a part of life, so it's wise to prepare for difficulty and hardships. It's wise to train for these things as much as is possible. It's wise to be prepared. And then he said difficulties are things that show what men are. So in other words, difficulties reveal character. So develop character. And I think that trekking is a great way to develop character and to learn how to embrace difficulty. And this is how we improve. It's not by rejecting difficulty, it's by embracing difficulty. And oftentimes, life's greatest rewards come through difficulty. So I think this is helpful, and I think trekking is a great opportunity. So thanks for watching. I will talk with you again soon.